All right, let's talk about something every single wireless tech has run into. You've done everything by the book on the software side, but the Wi Fi problems just won't go away. Today, we're covering what to do when your usual remediation tricks just aren't enough. We're getting physical. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you've been following along, you know this is part 9 of our deep dive into the RFI Detectives Report from Virtualization Options LLC. We're getting close to the end, but trust me, some of the most powerful stuff is right here.
So, picture this. You've put in the hours, you've done your spectrum analysis, you've laid out the perfect channel plan, you even tracked down that ancient microwave in the break room that was causing havoc. And still, the complaint tickets keep rolling in. It's a tough spot, right? Well, it just means it's time to start looking beyond the configuration screens.
Yep, this is the point where we shift from being configurators to being, well, almost construction managers. We're moving beyond software tweaks into physical remediation. When you've cleaned up the digital environment as much as possible, the next frontier is the physical world itself. So what's in our toolbox for this job? We've got 3 main levers we can pull. First, the physical placement of our access points. Second, the antenna configurations we use. And third, the actual architecture of the network. Believe me, these are the heavy hitters when you need to squash stubborn interference for good. Let's kick things off with what is, without a doubt, the foundation of it all: strategic AP placement. This isn't just about making sure the signal bars are full. It's about building an RF environment that's naturally strong and resistant to interference from the get-go. The RFI Detectives Guide really boils this down to 3 golden rules we've got to master: putting the AP in a central spot, getting it mounted up high, and keeping it far away from big metal objects. Let's dig into each of these. Okay, first up, central location. Now this seems obvious, I know. Put the AP in the middle, but the reason why is so important. When it's central, you get this nice, even coverage, and that means you don't have to crank the transmit power up to the max just to reach the devices at the edges. And less power means less potential for your own network to cause interference. It's all about working smarter, not harder. All right, our second principle: get those APs up high. An office, a warehouse, even a house, it's a messy RF environment. You've got people walking around, desks, equipment, you name it. By mounting APs on the ceiling or high on a wall, you're literally lifting the signal above all that chaos, minimizing all those things that block it. And what that gives us is this beautiful thing right here, a clear line of sight path. See, every single object between that AP and your user's device weakens the signal. Getting the AP up high maximizes the chance for a direct, clear shot to your users, and that is absolutely essential for great signal strength and reliability. Now for our third and final placement principle: dealing with metal. Let me be clear. Metal is the enemy of good Wi-Fi. Big metal objects like filing cabinets, metal studs in the walls, or even that HVAC ductwork in the ceiling, they can act like mirrors, bouncing signals all over the place. Or like sponges, just soaking them up. Both of these are a recipe for disaster. So the rule is simple: keep your APs away. So AP placement is a huge piece of this puzzle, but it's not the entire story. The physical infrastructure also includes the nitty-gritty details of your hardware and the logic of how you've designed the network. Let's touch on that. Think about it. The type of antenna you choose is critical. Are you using a standard omnidirectional antenna that sprays the signal everywhere? Or do you need a focused directional antenna to shoot a signal down a hallway? That choice dramatically shapes your RF coverage. And of course, the whole network architecture ties into this. You can have perfect placement, but it's only as good as the hardware and design that supports it. Okay, we've gone over the core ideas. So how do we make this something you can use every single day on every job? Let's boil this all down into a super simple, actionable checklist. Here it is, just 4 steps. 1, go central. Find the heart of the area you need to cover. 2, mount high. Get above the clutter. 3, check for metal. Do a quick scan for those Wi-Fi killers. And 4, confirm line of sight. Look for those clear paths to your users. If you run through this mental checklist every time, you're going to avoid 90% of the common placement problems out there. We are almost at the finish line. In our 10th and final part, we are going to put it all together. We'll get into some advanced remediation tactics, and just as important, we'll talk about how to set up ongoing monitoring to make sure your network stays healthy for the long run. You are not going to want to miss the finale. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. Think about your most problematic site. You know, the one, that office where nothing you try seems to fix it. Now, just imagine walking that floor again. but this time with these physical principles in mind. How might a simple physical audit completely change your approach to solving that nightmare? And that's our look at physical and network infrastructure adjustments, all coming from that fantastic guide by the RFI Detectives, part of Virtualization Options LLC. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you for the grand finale.